Nothing like having the superintendent of schools here helping on the football broadcast.
We try to get to see as many activities as we can.
The game today between Daniel Hand and Bunnell of Stratford is played at Stratford High School's field, Pender Field in Stratford. The co-captains are in the center of the field. Wearing number 8 today is Ned Lynch, co-captain, and John McHenry, the other one. The coin toss has just been made. We will be getting this game underway very shortly. This game between Hand and Bunnell is about to get underway. Bunnell will kick off to Hand to begin the game. Bunnell is a very good team. They're 5-0-1. The only blemish on their record is a tie to Guilford early in the season, and that game was played in bad weather conditions, as I understand it. Daniel Hand back to receive are Tim Cunningham, 24, and Ned Lynch, number 8. And we will have this game underway very shortly. Now kicks off. Low kick to the right side. To Cunningham.
Get that ball, son.
And he goes back to recover. It's recovered deep in the wrong territory. Where is that, Peter? About the 5?
Looks like about the 6-yard line, Ken. And that ball took a bad bounce, and Tim had to go back, just make sure he handled it without fumbling the ball. So we start out in the hole.
Daniel Hand, first possession from scrimmage, deep in their own territory, about the 6-yard line. We're just underway and no score.
Looks like Bunnell's in a 5-2 defense, and I'll bet you they're going to put a lot of pressure trying to stop the run out of there.
Matt Gentile, quarterback, hands off to Ned Lynch, who takes it to the 10-yard line, so about a 4-yard gain on first down try into the game. We'll try to get most of the players for Hand.
That was nice blocking by number 68.
58 is Rob DeZima, leading the blocking in front of Ned Lynch. Ned Lynch has worn number 22 all year long, and Scott Hevesy wore number 8. Hevesy has a broken collarbone and is out, so Lynch is wearing number 8. We'll have to get used to the new numbers for him. Handoff this time to the first man through. That's Chris Dorez. Dorez takes it up near the 15.
We have a penalty.
A couple short.
Looks like we have a penalty, Ken.
Is a flag down on that play?
Yeah.
Flag on the field.
Joe Donnelly looks like he's ready to block today. He's made some nice moves already. I don't know who that penalty's on.
That penalty pointed toward Bunnell. So
all right.
Chris Torres took it to the 15-yard line. He was going to be about 2 yards short of a first down, but Bunnell has backed up, so it looks like they're going to march it off against Bunnell.
Big penalty. Face mask, Ken. Somebody got Chris's face mask, and that added 15 yards to that play.
So, face mask penalty at 15 yards and a first down in this ball game. Daniel Hand, first down at the 30-yard line. Matt Gentile rolling right, looking to throw. Overthrows number 87 over there on the right side. That's Sean Lynch, the intended receiver. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Hand is shuttling the fullbacks in and out with the plays. Scott Gumkowski out, Chris Dorez in for the next play. Over center is Peter Clark, number 54. Split backfield this time. Matt Gentile down the line, option play, pitched off to Ned Lynch, and Lynch makes about 2 yards, and that's all. So the 32. That's an option play, Peter. We don't see that too often from Hand.
No, we haven't. It must be something new they put in this week, try to go against this rushing line. But looks like Bunnell is going to stay in that 5-man line and put a lot of pressure on us today.
That will bring up third down, about 8 for Daniel Hand. Their first possession in this game. We're early in the first quarter. Split right to the left is Sean Lynch, 87.
Now they've gone into a 4-man line.
And Gentile rolling to the left, and he's in trouble in the backfield. Tiny tackle for about a yard loss. That will bring up 4th and about 9 for Hand. They'll have to kick out.
Yeah. They switched into a 4-man line, and they really boxed Matt in, and that's it. We have to punt this time. At least we got the ball out, Ken, from deep in that territory.
They got it out where Ned Lynch can kick it away. Ned Lynch back in punt formation, 2 men back to receive for Bunnell. Tim Cunningham in the up position and blocking position. Good snap to center, and Ned Lynch moves a high long one, and it's going to be fielded about the 31, and they're swinging to the near side that up, but he's contained over there. And very good defensive play. Chris Donnelly had the outside contained, and 82 was the other man there that was on the inside, Ken Wilson. So that was now their first possession of the game, starting at about the 33.
That was a pretty good coverage by Hand that time.
Excellent, excellent coverage. They did have a bit of blocking on the near side of the field, but 3 Hand men had him contained. Bunnell runs out of a wishbone usually. Their first possession of this game. No score.
Jason Anderson is the quarterback.
And it's handed off to the first man.
Oh, ball. There's a ball, and it looks like Hand has it.
Hand has it. That's Chris Donnelly comes up with the ball. You didn't see who made that hit, did you? I thought it was Peter Clark, but I'm not sure.
I think Joe Donnelly got the ball. It looked like Peter Clark got in there. I think you're right.
Peter Clark, I think, made the initial hit, knocked it loose. Joel Donnelly recovers. Hand gets the ball. First down at the 30.
Maybe we could see that one on the instant replay if Paul could take care of that.
You haven't worked with Madison Community Television very long, have you, Peter? So Daniel Hand, first down. Good field position now. As pitch to Ned Lynch, swinging right. He hurdles one man and tripped up. No gain, maybe lost a yard.
I did look at the replay.
Ned Lynch swinging to the right, and a defensive man messed that play up, and he lost about a yard on it. So it'll be second down and 11 for Hand just outside the 30. We're still in the first quarter of this game. No score, 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Scott Gumkowski is in at the fullback position. Chris Dora is ahead of him Scott Gumkowski is tailback. Chris Dora is at the fullback position. And that was Gumkowski carrying the ball for a gain of about 3.
Ken, it looks to me like Bunnell is, as usual, very well coached, and they're going to try to take away that toss play to the outside, and that means Hand is going to have to run up the middle inside tackle if they're going to open up this game.
3rd and 8 for Hand. Ball's at about the 28. Ken Wilson in motion across to the right. Matt Gentile rolling right, looking open. Man over there, Sean Lynch, complete pass, very close to a first down. Depends on where they mark it. It doesn't look like they're going to give him enough yardage. But Hand is close enough to go for it. They're just inside the 20-yard line. And are they going to measure that, Peter?
Looks like they're going to call for a measurement. It's awfully close. I don't think it's more than 1 or 2 inch difference.
You have better eyes than I have from this distance. That's about what it is, too, isn't it? And
wait a minute.
He started to point forward, but then didn't. Okay, it's going to be 4th down and about an inch, it looks like. So very close. And Hand inside the 20 will go for it.
Well, let's see.
4th down.
This is a big push. I think they'll look for a push in the middle.
Yardage. It's a split backfield with Lynch and Doraz, Matt Gentile, quarterback, and hand off to Doraz, who makes a first down +5.
Well, that was good blocking on that right side of that line, Ken.
The right side of the line
Justin,
is usually
Kingsley.
Justin Kingsley over there, and I believe that's the tight end side.
And tight end, Derek Dene, yeah. Nice blocking that time to get what they had.
So he needed about an inch, and he gained 5 yards. First down for Hand down at the 15. And off this time to Scott Gumkowski, who goes across the 15 to about the 13.
Looked like Pete Clark led the blocking on that one. They try to go right up the middle.
Right behind center, right guard. Center is Peter Clark. Right guard, I believe, is Joel Donnelly. We'll get the rest of the line here. Joel Donnelly is 68, left guard. 72 is Matt Young on the left tackle. And it's a quick slant in to the left. And
nice
pass to Sean Lynch in the end zone. Touchdown Hand. First play of the game.
Excellent pass from Matt Gentile to Sean Lynch that time. Boy, they read that one.
A quick slant in pass. They have done that several times successfully this year. That puts the first score on the board. for Daniel Hand with 6:47 showing on the clock left in the first quarter of this game.
You know, Ken, last week we had some interceptions and fumbled too many times, and it really took us out of contention with that Law team, and now a fumble comes back to help us in this game.
That's right. In to try the conversion is Sean Lynch. Kick is up, and the kick flips good. 7-0. Daniel Hand leading Bunnell in the first quarter.
I'll tell you, that young man has really come along as a kicker. He's moving the ball very nice.
He not only puts it through, but he knocks it out in the pond behind the field.
I think the ducks were flying away on that one. Oh, that's a good start.
After Hand's first score of this game, a quick line-in pass from Matt Gentile to Sean Lynch, who broke a tackle, took it into the end zone. Daniel Hand leading 7-0. Sean Lynch also added the extra point, and now Sean is back to kick off. He's doing it all right at the moment. 3 men deep for Bunnell. It's a good, long, high kick. It looks like it's going to head for the sideline, however. Out of bounds about the 10. So Sean Lynch will go back and kick it from 5 yards deeper.
Lynch will kick it from his own 35.
Coach Philippone is having Sean line that ball up on the left hash mark, which means he must be trying to kick it there in that left corner of the to keep Bunnell bottled in, but Sean hooked that ball a little bit, and it just skidded out of bounds on the 10.
He kicked one in the last game, I believe it was, that looked like it was going to roll down on about the 2-yard line, and it was finally picked up. So Sean Lynch will kick off from the 35, second try, and this one's a high one down the middle, and it'll be fielded about the 15, right back up the middle, and dive over to about the 30-31. Tackled by Tim Cunningham, 24.
Yeah.
Bunnell will take over just across the 31-yard line. So far in this game, Hand has had 2 possessions, took it down the field to her score on the second one, and Bunnell has run 1 play from scrimmage and a fumble on that play. So Bunnell, their second possession of this game, with 6.5 minutes left first quarter.
Well, we line up in our 5-man line.
Man jumps there.
And
that's Matt Young.
Matt Young
was a little anxious to get across the line of scrimmage. That will probably cost Hand 5. First down and 5 for Bunnell now, as the ball is brought up to the 36. The rest of the defense for Hand are Peter Clark, 1 defensive end. Quarterback bobbles the ball as he gets it from center and gains a couple of yards. Tackled by John McHenry and Matt Gentile. John McHenry, calls the defensive signals. Co-captain plays an inside linebacker position. The rest of the line, Peter Clark, Rob DeZima is 58, 72 is Matt Young, 74 is Justin Kingsley, and 68 is Joel Donnelly. That's the front line of defense for Hand. Second down, about 3. And the man goes forward for, looks like a first down.
a pretty nice hole they made there.
Run right up the middle, finally stacked up by Matt Gentile, Tim Cunningham, but a first down for Bunnell. That 5-yard penalty gives them 3 cracks at only 5 yards. That's a little tough to keep them from getting that first down with a penalty included.
Well, you're right, Kent, and that's what Hand's going to have to stay away from against this real good ball club, is not make mistakes today.
And this time, it's kept by the quarterback. Good fake. And around the left side, finally tackled by Tim Cunningham, and Cunningham had to make that tackle, or the man had a lot of room to run, about a 5-yard gain.
There was a lot of open space behind Tim if he had gotten away from him.
I thought the quarterback had handed it off. I guess that's what a wishbone's supposed to do, is deceive the other team as well as the announcers.
Well, that was exactly what happened, and Tim Holt, the rover on that side, really gave the fullback a good shot, but he didn't have the ball.
Second and 5 for Bunnell at the 47. Swing to the right this time, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage by Peter Clark.
Good play.
No, it's not Clark. It's Clark and DeZima. DeZima is the first man that made the contact. Rob DeZima, good tackle, and a loss of a couple yards. So third and about 7 for Bunnell. just across the 45.
It's a big play for Hint.
That's right. If they can stop this one, they get the ball back again.
Comes that
Quarterback
option.
keeps swinging to the right.
All right,
and
excellent
he
play.
is stopped
Peter
short.
Clark again.
Peter Clark makes the tackle, and they're about 3 yards short of a first down at the 49.
Well, let's see. There's a switch coming here. I don't know, though, if Bunnell will be punting. Well, it looks like they might be
Hand
punting.
expects a punt. They've got two men dropping deep.
We'll
it is
see.
early in the game, so I would assume that Bunnell would probably punt out.
I think you're right. There's number 34 in the game.
Ned Lynch and Tim Cunningham back to receive. 4th down and 3. And it's kicked towards
nice punt.
Cunningham. A nice high
Come on,
punt.
Timmy.
And it's caught down inside the 10. And Cunningham is hemmed in. He doesn't have any place to go down there. Brings it back across the 10 to about 11. So a good punt by Bunnell.
Yeah, you
Got to run.
You got to go. Make a decision and go. Good, bad, or indifferent.
That extra hang time with a good high punt makes it hard to find time to return it.
It sure does. It looked like Ned thought that Tim was going to follow him toward the left, but whatever the case was, we at least held on to that ball. Where are we, on the 10-yard line or
First
so?
down for Hand at about 11. And up first man, that's Scott Gumkowski, still on his feet. Now he's stacked up gain of about 2 or 3.
Scott Gumkowski once again.
Kent, if this early going is any indication, there's not going to be a lot of room to run. It's going to be a hard-fought game.
Both of these teams have good lines ahead of them. That gain was about a 3-yard gain for Scott Gumkowski. I don't like to see him stood up like that because the next tackler in can knock a ball loose sometimes. But 2 receivers to the left this time for Hand, and it's handoff to Gumkowski, who gains another yard or so. That'll bring up 3rd and at least 5. 3rd down and a short 5 for Hand. Ball spotted at about the 17. We're down to 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Hand leading 7-0 against Bunnell of Stratford. 2 receivers put to the left this time. Ken Wilson in the slot, Sean Lynch wide. And it's handed off to Ned Lynch, who takes it to the 20, but that's going to be a yard short of a first down. 4th and 1 for Hand. And that deep, they don't have much choice. I think they have to punt out of there.
I think they will. Looks like they're getting ready to do that. Key here is get a good snap and just get that ball downfield and play good defense, Ken.
Bunnell dropping 2 men, Ned Lynch in punt formation. And Lynch left puts it out on the far side, and it's fielded about the 42. Man is swinging to the near side of the field. And there's an illegal block.
Yep.
And the man still running, finally knocked out of bounds, but that one was going to come back. That was an illegal block by Bunnell on a man.
That was Bruce Brereton for Bunnell, and
the flag is
he hit him
thrown
right in the back, didn't he?
Right, he blocked from behind. That was the flag is at about the 38, and that'll push Bunnell back, but they retain possession.
Well, here's where Hand is going to have to really stand tall now and hold Bunnell deep in their territory. Get that ball back.
So the referee's taking the long walk this time, 15 yards against Bunnell on the return. Clipping.
Looks like they're on about 23, Kent, what you said?
23, right. Bunnell has not crossed midfield yet. Pitch this time to the right, and it's hemmed in by Rob DeZima and tackled by John McHenry.
That was a nice play. That was a very good
Very
play.
good play. A flag is down on the ground. I didn't see it thrown. It's a holding.
Holding against Bunnell.
And they'll probably take that one. That's another big one.
That'd be at least half the distance and put him way back. Well, so far, Bunnell hasn't even tried to pass, so I wonder if they're a real running, looks like they're a real running team, aren't they?
Well, a wishbone formation really is a running formation, but some teams pass out of it quite a bit. That ball is spotted at about the 11, it looks like.
Yeah. So it's first down again, Kent.
We're just down to a minute left in the first quarter. Daniel Hand leading 7-0. And Bunnell marching backwards here with 2 straight penalties. And draw play. No, quarterback keeps it. Goes to the left side and tackled on the left side just about the 20-yard line. Chris Holt, number 40, the first man to beat the ball carrier. And Tim Cunningham, Chris Dora is also there.
Well, we were looking for that first pass, and it finally came, and they got a few yards on it.
They got a few yards on it, but that will bring up second and about 14. Just short of the 20-yard line. And the clock is running. We're inside at 20 seconds, so if this is complete, it'll be the last play of the quarter. Complete pass down the middle of the 30. He's still about 3 short of a first down, but a good gain for Bunnell.
That was Ken Wilson who covered him and made the tackle immediately after he made the catch, but he did gain about 8 yards.
But we got about 3rd and 3 as the first quarter runs out. Daniel Hand leading Bunnell of Stratford 7-0.
One of those leaf blowers.
As we
Yeah, really?
resume play for
Did you get the electric one or the big one?
quarter, Bunnell has made back those 2 big penalties and will bring up a 3rd and about 3. About the 30-yard line, so fairly short yardage. They're looking at pass, and it's a short pass right across the middle, and they're going to give him a complete pass, and that's very close to a first down. It looks like they may be just short from this distance, but it also looks like they're going to measure.
I'll tell you, Kent, that was if he caught that ball, that was an excellent catch. He was sliding down, and the ball was thrown short, so I give the boy a lot of credit for making that catch.
Catch while lying on the ground, basically. So 4th down coming up if this one is short, and it is going to be short by a couple feet.
So about 4th and 1. I guess they'll punt again, don't you think they will?
4th and 1 is a 32. Bunnell drops a man in punt formation, and dropping back to receive for Hand are Tim Cunningham, and Matt Gentile is the other one this time.
And number 7, quarterback Matt Gentile.
And made a good punt the last time, another good high kick. And it's a fair catch signaled and caught by Matt Gentile at the 28, 29. So they have a pretty good punter, Peter.
Yeah, he really can kick that ball. He is, I don't know what, let's see, look at the program, see what grade. His name is Seth Stowers, and he is a senior. Seth could really punt that ball. He is a backup running back.
Daniel Hand gets a first down, however, at about the 28. Ken Wilson to the right, and to the left is Sean Lynch, aiming for Lynch, overthrown, incomplete pass. Matt Gentile looking for Sean Lynch on a fly pattern on the far side of the field, straight down the field. And pretty good defensive coverage there. He had to lay that one in perfectly to get that one complete.
Wide open down the middle on that one.
Out of the game for this play is Scott Gumkowski in as Chris Dorez at fullback position. That Lynch, tailback. Matt Gentile quarterbacking, hand off to Lynch, and Lynch is not right near the line of scrimmage. Looks like basically no gain. Good tackle by Bunnell. So Ned Lynch doesn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage on that excellent defensive play by Bunnell. 3rd down, a little over 10. Gentile rolling right, looking to throw. There's his man, Sean Lynch, complete pass, got a first down. Still fighting for yardage. He's got a first down across the 40.
Well, they have to be honest there. The referee made a serious mistake that time. He blew the whistle while Sean was still running. And
actually, Sean had another 2 yards, but he had enough for a first down either way, I guess.
I don't understand why he blew that whistle that time.
So first down for Hand. Complete pass to Sean Lynch. Hand was receivers foot wide both sides. Single setback, and it's handed off
Here
to
comes Chris.
Chris Dorez. A good gain.
Great blocking right in the middle, Ken.
Made it almost to midfield. He needs to get just to the 50 for a first down. Looks like he's about a foot short. So Chris Dorez, who runs hard, got a 9-yard gain.
Those 5 boys in the line made a beautiful blocks that time.
And off the first man, Scott Gumkowski, and Gumkowski's got some yards, still on his feet. And that's a gain of... That's a gain of about 8 yards, and he only needed a couple of feet for a first down. So first down for him, down to the 43. We have a timeout taken by Bunnell at this point, a break in the action. After the Bunnell timeout, Daniel Hand with a first down and 2 good runs from scrimmage started to move the ball on the ground. Gentile rolling left. He's in trouble. Now he gets away from man. And
what a nice run. Go, no, the other way, Matt. Beautiful job.
To the 25.
What a beautiful run.
Excellent cut by Matt Gentile.
I tell you, Matt was a heck of a runner when he played youth football as a quarterback, and when he gets a chance to run here, he does a real nice job.
So Matt Gentile takes that ball a little over 20 yards on that run. First down for Hand at the 24. Pitch this time to Ned Lynch, swinging to the right over right tackle. Gain of a couple of yards, that's all. Got to about the 21.
Ned Lynch on carry, taking that initial down number 63, Steve Basso. Gain of 2, second and 8.
So Daniel Hand marching the ball on the ground effectively here with good running by Scott Gumkowski, Chris Dorez, Matt Gentile, Ned Lynch. Foot backfield this time. Straight back to throw, looking to the right side. Out of the reach of number 24, Tim Cunningham. Incomplete pass.
Third down there.
Third down, about 8 for Hand. Daniel Hand continuing to lead this game 7-0 against Bunnell of Stratford. We are in the second quarter with a little over 8.5 minutes left before halftime. This time Hand loads it to Strong to the left, 2 receivers to the left. And Gentile swings left, flag fly. Looked to me like somebody moved a little early on that one, didn't they, Peter?
Yes, I couldn't tell who that was, but there was a little movement, and it'll go against Hand 5 yards.
So that will cost Hand 5 yards and bring up third and about 12.
Those are those key errors in tight games that come back to haunt you, so let's hope we could get this ball through. I tell you, Ken, isn't it a beautiful day today, isn't it?
It's
wow.
Baseball weather, Peter. The World Series is still going. So that'll bring up third down and close to 13 for Hand. Gentile rolling left, letting it go, and he is being tackled in the backfield. No chance to get it away. They'll bring up fourth down for Hand. Fourth and long. Matt Gentile was trying to roll away from the defense and was contained by it. He had no place to go. Man on either
Looks
side.
like they're going to punt the ball.
So fourth down coming up. Ned Lynch in punt formation. The ball is actually at about the 32. He's going to aim it for the sideline probably. A spiral aim for the near sideline.
Oh, what a beautiful job, Ken.
Did he get it out of bounds?
It looks like he got it out around the 8-yard line, maybe 9-yard line.
So Ned Lynch spins Bunnell deep with a short punt, but he aimed for the sideline. No run back. Out of bounds at the 8-yard line.
Well, I guess Coach Philippone's looking to pin Bunnell back again and maybe get that ball on a turnover.
That shows a little confidence in your defense.
Yeah,
at least,
sure does.
So So Bunnell taking over inside the 10, and they're running to the near side of the field. A man is stacked up. Chris Holt made contact, and Mike Richards, number 90, actually made the tackle.
Hey, Mike stood him right up that time.
Helped out by John McHenry. And
Young man for Bunnell is still down.
We do have a man down for Bunnell. We'll have a break in the action.
Or
On that play, Bunnell had a man
or if he
down,
tried
but
for
he
it,
did
they're
get
going to
up
have it
and,
way up here. So
walk
that's
off, so it doesn't look like it's serious. That will bring up a second and about 8 for Bunnell at about the 10-yard line. Quarterback still has the ball, rolling right. Still got it, rolling right, and trying to turn the corner. Peter Park finally runs him out of bounds. But a good game for Bunnell. He's up near first down.
that was an excellent bootleg play. Sent his backfield toward the left, right toward the near sidelines, and then he took it around the right end.
And they do give him a first down at the 20. So keeper by Bunnell is back into the game as the man who was down on the field just 2 plays ago. So he's back very quickly. First down for Bunnell at the 20. Handed off, heading this side, and Tim Cunningham finally throws his man down, and it looks like he's going to lose a yard or two. The rest of the defense in for a hand. Mike Richards was in there. Tim Cunningham, Matt Gentile in the secondary. The corners are being protected by Chris Holt, number 40 on one side, Ken Wilson, 82 on the other. The inside linebackers are Chris Dorez and John McHenry. Second down, about 12. And now looking to throw to the right, and it's going over there complete and dragged down just short of a first down. Off the team on that side, Ken Wilson makes the tackle. And a yard short of a first down, it looks like.
Kenny made a nice tackle that time, but it looks as though this quarterback can throw the ball pretty nicely.
It does. That'll bring up third down and a short one for Bunnell to 29. Wishbone formation. That's normally a power running formation, and they hand it off to the first.
Oh,
Up.
beautiful job.
A lot of yards. Peter Clark is the first man there. John McHenry right behind him, and big Justin Kingsley. So he tried to run the wrong place on that play.
Well, he tried to go right up the middle with his fullback, and our 3 boys in the middle were just ready for it, and they overpowered, actually, that time, the Bunnell line.
Actually, third and very short, and that they stopped that one, so that brings up fourth down. Inside the 30. And we'll make Bunnell punt. Back to receive for hand are Ned Lynch and Tim Cunningham. The ball will be hit close to the 20. A little bit lower kick this time, aimed for
Come on,
Cunningham.
Timmy.
Fair catch.
Okay.
Just across the 40, about the 41.
Well, I think Coach Philippone's strategy worked out pretty well that time. He held them, and we got the ball in pretty good field position.
That's right. Right before that was when they had Ned Lynch punch it out of bounds inside the 10. So they get the ball back across the 40.
5:20 left.
Daniel Hand with the ball back with 5:20 left before halftime, still leading 7-0. Receivers split to each side of the field for Hand. Gentile straight back, looking for a slant in across the middle. There's a flag thrown. John Lynch was interfered with trying to make a slant in pass to the left side of the field. So that'll give Hand a first down, I believe. How do they call it?
I think in high school football they go and step it off from the line of scrimmage.
They go back to the line of scrimmage and then they step it off.
But I would think that'll be a first down if it's a 10 or 15-yard penalty.
If it's a 10-yard penalty, they need 10 yards.
Oh, it's 15.
Yeah,
penalty,
okay. So no question.
No question.
We're learning to add here. The ball is down at about the 44, cross midfield for Hand. First down. 10 Gentile looking to throw again, and he's looking for Lynch on the far side, and it's just out of his reach. Sean Lynch made a dive for it at about the 15-yard line and could not quite catch it. Second down and 10 for him. We have heard the assistant coach up here, Peter, mention that there have been openings sometimes for passes across the middle, particularly to Tim Cunningham. We will look to see if we see one of those kind of passes before long.
Let's see if that does open up.
And a quick slant into the left side. That's Sean Lynch, and a good gain, about 9 yards, 8 or 9 yards.
Matt to Sean seems to be a nice combination today, Ken.
Sean Lynch seems to hang on to those balls that he can reach most of the time. And I see that he set a school record for a number of pass receptions in one game.
Is that right?
Yes. I believe the number was 11. So third down and 2 for him.
We have a penalty, I think.
There's a flag thrown, and a man jumped early for hand, so that's going to cost hand 5 instead of getting a first down. Chris Torres makes a good gain and would have enough for a first down, but that one's going to come back.
Looks like that'll make it 3rd and 8, maybe, Kent?
Yeah, about that. 3rd and about 8.
Third down by 8.
Daniel Hand with 3rd and 8. We're in the second quarter, about 4.5 minutes left before halftime. Gentile rolling right, looking to throw. Now he throws. Oh, in and out of the hands of Sean Lynch. We bragged about him too much here.
That was right.
That was a good pass.
Sean, I think that time, instead of just catching, it looked like he wanted to take the ball and run upfield too quickly, and he had caught that one there. He might have been close to a first down.
It was very close, yes.
But
so that's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for Hand, and will they try to punch it out of bounds again deep? Probably. Ned Lynch is back to punt. A little longer punt this time than the last one. Good snap. And Ned Lynch kicks it high. And the man is going to let it
get
bounce,
that ball. Get that ball.
Stopped right near the goal line.
He did it.
And Hand recovers. They signal and Hand recovers. Muff punt down there. Apparently the receiver touched that ball. Peter, did you see him touch it?
No. Apparently he touched the ball.
That is going to give the ball back to Hand. A first down on the 1-yard line. Officials timeout.
Yeah.
What happened on that play down there on the punt right near the goal line?
Yeah, just talked to Coach Kirk, and what happened when the receiver went to keep Peter Clark off the ball, it hit his leg, and we recovered, so it's a big break for Hand. Let's see if we can take advantage of it, Ken.
First and 1 at the goal, near the goal line.
Ned Lynch.
Ned Lynch takes it in. Touchdown Hand.
Touchdown Hand. Ned Lynch.
So that was a power eye running formation, and Ned Lynch just followed Scott Gumkowski and Chris Torres behind the strong blocking of Justin Kingsley and Joel Donnelly and the rest of the line, and easily took it a yard on that first play. So Daniel Hand, 13-0. Sean Lynch will try the conversion. Peter Clark is the snapper, and Gentile the holder. Good snap, good placement, good kick. 14-0. Daniel Hand leading Bunnell.
Ken, Sean just kicked the ball through the uprights over the blue house behind the fence.
And we may have to hold up this game.
It went over their dormer. That was a great kick. That would have been good from 40 yards.
Well, I mentioned before he about kicked in the pond behind the goal post on the other end of the field. Now somebody's got to get it out of the yard.
They're just sending a ball boy after it now. You know, Kent, one of the things that we learned when we played and coached and always told our kids, that ball's bouncing around when you're receiving a punt. Just get away from it. And that young man for Bunnell took a chance, stayed too close, and really cost his team that time by that mental mistake.
Did that ball hit him on the foot? Or
apparently hit him on the foot or the back of the leg.
The referee was right down there, and there's not a lot of congestion there, so he shouldn't have much problem making that call. Daniel Hand takes the lead up to 14-0 now with 3:50 left before halftime. Sean Lynch is about ready to kick off as soon as he gets a ball here. He's waiting for a ball to return.
They may have to give him a practice ball to use for a little while anyway.
Here, Bunnell is going to provide one for the kickoff.
Well, I remember being a kid, maybe being back there, they might run away with that ball and have a souvenir football for the game. So hopefully we retrieve it.
Hopefully we don't have to quit playing just because they lose the ball. Sean Lynch finally gets his ball back and will kick off from the 40 for hand after a second touchdown. With your experience, Peter, of being around football, what's the advantage of kicking off from the hash mark instead of in the middle of the field?
Well, I think what their goal is to try to get that ball pushed into one corner so that we'll have our coverage team kind of corner them into that side of the end zone, and that usually is what happens. If you kick it from the middle, then you give them the opportunity to go to either side.
It's kicked to the far side of the field.
There it goes again.
He's down about the 5. And Hand should have that covered down there, and he gets back to close to the 20. The tackle in there by Mike Burrell. Does that name sound familiar?
Yeah, that sounds familiar to me. He got in there on the tackle.
Mike Richards is in on the tackle.
2 Mikes got in there that time, made the tackle. I tell you, you were a good call that time. The strategy of Coach Philippone apparently is to pin Bunnell back on the kickoffs. They must have a good kickoff return system, and he wants to keep them in that corner.
They spot the ball across the 20 to about the 23, where Bunnell will take over with a little over 3.5 minutes left before halftime.
Well, Kent, this is the time when the boys really have to keep focused because they got 2 nice touchdowns, but Bunnell is the kind of team that can come back at any moment and strike.
So we'll see if they open it up a little bit here. Actually, they're coming out in a high formation rather than it's a pitch to reverse coming to the near side of the field. A fast man, but he's being contained and tackled by Tim Cunningham. And that play had a lot of action, but didn't gain much yard.
No. It had, in fact, young man for Bunnell's down again. Looked like he twisted his knee.
That's the same fellow that was hurt earlier.
It looked to me like they had a little reverse in that backfield that time.
So there is a break in the action while Bunnell tends to the return man that was bringing the ball back. Turned by Bunnell, number 43. What is his name?
Bruce Brereton, Kent.
Was hurt and is helped off the field, so we hope he's not hurt too badly. It's a quick pass to screen to the near side, and finally Matt over here and tackle. I believe the first man is Chris Holt, 40, supported by Matt Gentile and Tim Cunningham, but Chris Holt was protecting the corner here. But that's a pretty good gain, about a 7-yard gain.
Chris came up nicely that time and so Matt to cover that, but that was a pretty good screen play.
So they let everybody else go deep and swung it in late to a man over on the near side of the field here and gained about 7 yards. So 3rd and 3 for Bunnell. And a quick pass to the near side, incomplete pass, overthrown, quick slant in. Try. That will bring up 4th down for Bunnell. That play looked pretty well defense.
It was. We were right there.
A couple of hand people to even get it near the receiver.
It looked to me that the quarterback expected that end to go straight out rather than slant in over the middle because he threw the ball and it almost went into Chris's hands there in the corner.
So punt formation, Lynch and Cunningham back to receive for Hand. That's a low snap, fielded on a bounce. Good fielding. And kick wobbly for Ned Lynch, who's going to the far side. They've got a little bit of a wall there if he can turn the corner, but he can't get around it. So a good defensive tackle by Bunnell, bringing Ned Lynch down. They had a good wall set up over there.
They really did.
Gotten around the first 2 men.
That Bob Baroni is a junior, a backup player for the Bulldogs, and he made a beautiful play. He has some good speed because, as you know, Ned is a pretty quick runner.
So Daniel Hand gets the ball back at the 37 with 2:30 left in this first half. Gentile looking to throw on the far side, and it's aimed for Sean Lynch, incomplete. Right at the sideline.
Ned didn't have his uniform, so they didn't wear any.
sideline. Incomplete. In that last play was Greg DeConcilius, who is back after being out a couple of games with an injury. That Gentile straight back, look at the throw. And he's going long. And there's Red Lynch, and it's almost intercepted.
It could be another interference call, Ken. The flag is down over there on the far side.
There is a flag down. I didn't see it. The flag is lying about the 38. Let's see what that's called. Red Lynch on a streak to the end zone and had defensive men down there. It's offensive pass interference.
Oh, my goodness.
So Ned Lynch trying to get by two defenders there, must have pushed one of them off. I didn't see it, but the referee did, which is a good count.
That's right. And the 2 minutes and 18 seconds left, Ken. I think we have to be a little careful, not giving this ball away here deep in our territory.
So that's a big penalty. Clear back to the 21. Third down for Hand and about a quarter of a mile to go here. Gentile looking to throw across the middle and in and out of the hands of Sean Lynch. Almost completed, not quite. So that's going to bring up a fourth down for Hand. Fourth and long, deep in their own territory. So they got to get it back to Bunnell. And not much time expired on that series. Down to 2:12 left before halftime. Ned Lynch kicks left-footed. One man back. That means there are probably 10 men rushing the quarterback. Now a second one drops back. It's a high punt. Fair catch signal with nobody within 20 yards of him. About 15 yards of him. He could have returned that one away.
That kind of surprised me. No, that surprised me, but maybe he just wanted to be sure to catch the ball and get him a good chance to move.
So he safely received the ball about the 42, between the 42 and 43. Now we'll get the ball back. It's time to go before half. 2:04 left on the clock.
Well, Kent, they have some new running backs in for Bunnell.
They come out of their wishbone and more into a pass-type formation.
There it is. You called it.
And coming across the middle, complete pass, tackled by John McHenry. Gain of about 8.
Nice play by John.
McHenry and Chris Holt make the tackle. Good gain for Bunnell, about 8 yards.
Well, they have the couple of different young men in there in the backfield for Bunnell. They must be the kids that are a little quicker and will be the pass receivers here.
So they have come out of their wishbone formation. They were an eye that time with a man in motion, but here's the wishbone this time. And the quarterback still has it, and he is hemmed in, gets away, and gains a yard or so. He's very close to a first down.
Yeah, looks like he may have it, but they'll measure it.
Cunningham. They gave him a pretty good spot there. I didn't think he got that far. No, the referee moves it back at 6 inches to... They show that they are about 2 feet short of a first down, and we do have a break in the action here. Somebody took a timeout.
I think Bunnell took a timeout so they can get a play call. They want to kind of get that ball downfield with a minute and 22 left in the half.
Minute 22 left, third and a short one. They are going to measure. That's what the break is. Okay, the measurement shows about a foot short.
Oh, they're wrapping
for Bunnell.
All down here.
Now comes up about a foot short of a first down, but they got a third and a short one. Wishbone formation. Hands off to the first man, powers forward. Should be a first down.
Should be, Kent. We did a good job that time right in the middle, but they had a good surge from their center and guard.
They were running right at Justin Kingsley and Matt Young, who were the two middle men on the defensive line. The other two on the defensive line are Peter Clark on the far side, Joel Donnelly on the near side. Quarterback looking to throw to the sideline on their side. Complete pass, out of bounds, about the 37.
Ken, it's a little hard for you to see the clock. I'll lean over. It looks like 1:08 left in the half, so we're going to have to really stand tall here.
So that was an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 for Bunnell at the 38. 8, between the 37 and 38.
Hand is in a 4-man line with 4 linebackers and 3 deep, looking for the pass, I guess, Ken. Here he goes again.
Looking to throw, and he's lofting it high and down now. Incomplete pass, and the man runs over Tim Cunningham, but they're not going to flag him for that. So incidental contact down there. Incomplete pass. 3rd and a little over 1.
Kent, that number 10, Jason Anderson for Bunnell, has a nice arm. He throws a very nice ball.
He laid that one up nice and high, but Cunningham had the position on it.
Cunningham was there, you're right. All right, 3rd and 1. 2, I guess, huh?
Right. Quarterback looking to throw, being pressured over there. Peter Clark, good pressure. Incomplete pass, thrown out of reach of the receiver on the far side of the field. Coverage by Ned Lynch and Rob DeZima. But Peter Clark was right in the quarterback's face on that play.
Yeah, remember the back earlier when that quarterback bootlegged and got outside. That time Peter knew what was coming or felt what was coming and stopped.
This is kind of an interesting play coming up here. Peter, the clock says 55 seconds. Bunnell needs close to 2 yards to keep the ball here. 4th down.
Coach is going to earn his salary now. Does he go for the 1st down or try to throw it?
I would assume they come out and run, but that's not the kind of formation they're in. It's more like a passing formation. Quarterback is looking to throw. And it's going to the side. Complete
went out of bounds,
And the man is out of bounds. 1st down for Bunnell, so they keep it going.
They keep it going. Looks like he went out on about the 32 or 33-yard line, Ken.
So Bunnell, 1st down with 48 seconds showing. That shows a little respect for the defensive line
yes,
of Hand. They didn't want to try to pick up 2 yards on 4th down against the big boys with Hand.
I think you're right. He's found that he's going to have to try to throw because he's not going to run the ball real
First down, quarterback looking to throw. Peter Clark on the far side coming in, and now Matt Young. It's a screen play.
Intercepted. It looks like Chris Holt.
Intercepted by number 40, Chris Holt. They were trying a screen pass, and Chris Holt was right in the middle of the pass play. So 1st down for Hand going the other way with only 39 seconds left before halftime. And Holt brings it back to the 35. So that stopped a very good drive by Bunnell.
I think something you said was pretty interesting just a moment ago, and that is they seem to want to pass more than run now, even though they like the running game.
Handoff this time right up the middle to Scott Gumkowski. Short gain about 3, 2 or 3. 3-yard gain for Scott Gumkowski. And Hand is not wanting to stop the clock at this point. We're down to 20 seconds before halftime, so probably one more play. Scott Gumkowski is limping off the field on the
Scott
far
is
side.
a heck of a football player, but he's been injured all year with an ankle problem.
Looking to throw this time, looking to throw long, and Sean Lynch over on that side, and it's intercepted, tackled by Lynch, down to 25. But there isn't much time left. 3 seconds. So with only 3 seconds left on the clock, Matt Gentile aired it out, and it was intercepted, but that's almost like a long punt. Sean Lynch makes the tackle. He was the intended receiver.
I will see one play.
Trying to get him deep conscious so they'll get out of that 8-man front.
Yeah, maybe going there.
That's the half.
Peter, as an old football coach here, do you take a shot for a long one, or do you let the clock run out?
Well, I would have. The clock just ran out. I would have.
No decision. It's already run out.
Decision. So I'm safe on that one. But I think I would like to see him just throw one down the field and hope.
So the first half of this game, Daniel Hand versus Bunnell of Stratford, played at Stratford High School's field in Stratford, ends with Daniel Hand leading 14-0. Pretty good defensive battle both ways, but Hand has taken the ball down and scored a couple of times.
Yeah.
Pretty good game so far.
I think it's an excellent game. Two pretty evenly matched teams, it looks like. Both very good lines, and of course that break when there was that boy that punted his leg on the 1-yard line certainly helped Hand in that first half.
So that will about end the first half of this game. We will be back. This is Kent Sprague with Peter Burrell helping, and Paul Sprague on the camera, Lynn Richards directing for Madison Community Television, and Daniel Hand High School Tiger Football. The halftime activities are coming up, and we will be back for the second half very shortly. Welcome back to the football game between Daniel Hand High School and Bunnell High School, played at Stratford Field on Saturday afternoon. We're about ready to begin the second half. We have learned about a couple of hand players who are out of this game hurt. Derek Dene, who normally plays the tight end position, is out, and Tom Hopkins, who has been a wide receiver, is out. So Tim Cunningham is playing the tight end position. Kickoff by Sean Lynch. It's a high kick and field on the run at about the 16-yard line, return right up the middle of the field, and a good return up about the 35. Where the tackle is made by Mike Richards and Chris Holt. So the return to about the 35-yard line as we get the second half of this game underway with Hand leading 14-0.
Kent, you know, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like the best field position they've had for the start of a drive. That is the Bulldogs from Bunnell.
You may be right. I think they got near midfield once, but I don't remember them getting much further than that. So Bunnell in a wishbone formation, handed off up the middle, tackled by Justin Kingsley, and helped out by Peter Clark. Kingsley and Clark closing down from the tackle position, or defensive end position. Make that tackle. Gain of about 3. Second down and 7 for Bunnell at the 39.
Yeah, about 3 to second and 7.
Except for the break that Hand got on the muff punt and the recovery at the 1-yard line, this has been a very even game so far, hasn't it, Peter?
Oh, boy, you're right. I agree with you. It's been an even game, and I guess it is a game of breaks today, so let's hope we don't give any away.
A flag is thrown before that play gets off. Thrown in Bunnell's backfield. Illegal procedure. Move them back 5.
Looks like somebody in the backfield must have moved.
5-yard penalty, legal procedure against Bunnell. Second down and 12.
Second and 12 coming up now with the ball for 34.
Looks like pretty much the same defense is on the field for Hand, Kent.
And off this time, run over right tackle, and a number of Hand players in on that tackle. Matt Young was one of the first ones that wrapped up the ball carrier. Chris Holt protecting that side.
I think Justin Kingsley got in there a little.
Kingsley was in on the tackle.
That was a real good job by the
And
boys.
you can just automatically say that John McHenry is on the bottom of the tackle.
Yeah.
He has a piece of every ball carrier, playing the inside linebacker position.
We might nickname him Dirt. He seems to be down the bottom of all those piles.
About a yard gain.
Here comes a pass.
9 yards to
They've
go.
Oh, he
Being
escaped
pressured
from
by
that.
Kingsley, McHenry almost had his man, but finally gained 7 or 8 yards, tackled by Chris Holt.
Chris Holt.
Well, the quarterback almost was tackled for a loss, but he escaped and made a good gain out of it.
And I misnamed who that was, but that was McHenry coming over the top and almost had the quarterback for a sack. 4th down now, and a long 3 to go.
Stowers, that good punter for Bunnell, is back to punt again, Kent.
Bunnell back in punt formation, back to receive for Hand or Ned Lynch, Tim Cunningham. That's a low snap. He gets it out. It's a low kick, and aims for Cunningham on the run at about the 32, and he's able to bring it back to about the 36 is all. So Daniel Hand gets the ball first possession in the second half of this game, leading 14-0. Take over at the 36.
Well, the boys did a nice job on defense that time. They were helped by the penalty, but still, looks like they're really covering their positions nicely today.
Tim Cunningham is playing that tight end position on offense in the place of Derek Dene, who is out injured. Ned Lynch.
Ned is breaking it. This is
the corner and gets about 8.
You know, Kent, that was the first little daylight he seems to have had. I don't remember him really getting more than a couple yards on any carry. So that was nice to see him stretch his legs a little bit there.
Most teams tend to key in on him a great deal.
Yeah.
And that time he turned on the afterburners. About an 8-yard gain. Into the game is Greg Deacon Silius at the
nice
position.
run.
He carries the ball for first down. That's Deacon Silius, number 42.
That was a nice run by Greg. He drove his legs real hard, and he got us the first down, Ken.
He has seen very little action in the last 3 games. He's been hurt, but he is back into today's game and carries for a first down.
He's still in there, too, as a matter of fact.
Deacon Silius at fullback and pitch to Gumkowski at the tailback position. Gumkowski goes left for a couple of yards, that's all. Near midfield.
You know, just looking at this and having seen now a half going into the third quarter, I'll tell you, the Bulldogs have a good team. You were right early in this game saying that they have a good line.
So a gain of short 2. Second down and a little over 8. And off to Gumkowski, swinging to the near side, and defense is all over him. The man ripped the ball out. But I believe the whistle blown first. They're marking it dead.
Yeah.
One man stood him up and another one ripped the ball out, but not before the whistle.
It'll bring up third down and about 9 yards, Ken.
3rd and 9, no gain. Sean Lynch split to the left. Ken Wilson split to the right. Quick slant in the left side, almost intercepted.
Oh,
Man was
boy.
anticipating that one. He was aiming for Sean Lynch, and the defensive man cut in between.
Well, from our vantage point up here, boy, we saw that all the way coming. That was a scary one.
If the defensive man picked that one up, he'd still be running. That'll bring up 4th and 9 for him at the 49. Ned Lynch back to punt. Good snap. And high wobbly kick. And it will not be fielded.
Go out of
Bounces
bounds.
sideways and out of bounds about the 23. So that one went off the side of Ned Lynch's foot a bit, but out of bounds at about the 23, I believe they're going to mark it. We're early third quarter. Daniel Hand continuing to lead 14-0 against Bunnell of Stratford.
Okay, I thought
In the defense for Hand, the second line of defense is Chris Holt on one corner, Rob DeZima on the other. Run this time right at Kingsley, and you don't gain much running right straight at Justin Kingsley.
No. And also, Joel Donnelly was in there on that one, too, and they're doing a nice job on that side of the line.
So Joel Donnelly and Justin Kingsley on this side of the line. Pass play coming up in the flat over on this side. Incomplete pass, but if he had caught it, it was probably going to be a loss. Chris Holt was right in front of the receiver. Notice Mike Richards is playing a lot of this game, number 90.
Yes, he is.
He's been in a good share of the game.
You know, if just watching that last play where the quarterback threw out to that man on the swing pass, and that number 31 for Bunnell was open over the middle. I wonder if they're going to see that and come back to that at some point. Hope not, to tell you the truth.
That brings up a third down, about 9. Motion man for Bunnell to the near side. Quarterback looking to throw left.
There it is.
And it's overthrown.
Go for the ball, and it looks like Tim made the
Looks like
catch.
an interception by Tim Cunningham. Somebody tipped that ball ahead of Cunningham. You didn't happen to catch who it was, did you?
It was Chris Holt tipped it.
Chris Holt tipped it.
And Tim made the
Tim
interception.
Cunningham made the interception, right. Okay. Daniel Hand gets the ball back in very good position at the 35.
We needed a little turnover to start getting something.
That was excellent defensive coverage. Men in front and men behind. Two receivers to the left for him. Gentile rolling left, looking to throw, and he's throwing long, looking for Lynch. I see a flag down. Flag is thrown down near the line of scrimmage. That's where you get holding frequently, isn't it?
That is,
And that's what it is.
exactly
Holding
what it is.
against Hand. Somebody was trying to hold the defensive man out a little longer than he could with a legal block. ball back to the 47. Picked up a first and 20. First down repeated for Hand. Matt Gentile, straight back, looking to throw. Still got the ball, now he throws it. Complete pass to Tim Cunningham. Cunningham got a first down.
I don't think it was, let's see, 9 to go.
No, he doesn't have a first down. I was looking at the wrong marker.
Right. I almost said the same thing you did, and I just checked it, and it was the other yard marker was laying down over on the far side. You know, Matt did a nice job that time. He was looking at two different players before he went off to throw to Tim. So I think he's beginning to look at the whole field.
So a gain of about 13, but that will bring up second down and about 7. And right up the middle, Gumkowski. Come on, breaks the tackle, keeps running, and it's still going. First down that time. He needed to get to the 25, and he's taking it to about the 22. Scott Gumkowski broke 2 or 3 tackles to get that far. That's hard running.
That's excellent running. Scott's a real good back, and if that ankle could heal on him, I'll tell you, we'll see a lot of good things out of him.
So Hand had about 20 yards to go for a first down. They picked it up.
Yep.
First down for them. And for the tailback, Ned Lynch over the left side. Between left guard, left tackle, and 4 or 5 yard gain. 4 yards on that gain.
One of the big things that we count on at Daniel Hand is that our conditioning will help us get into the late third and into the fourth quarter.
These kids have to be in condition. A lot of them play both ways.
Both ways, and, you know, we only have 25 boys on the varsity team, so if their conditioning holds, it'll help us.
The blocking on that last play was between Matt Young and Rob DeZima. Ned Lynch tripped up short gain. Excuse me, that's not Lynch. That's Gumkowski.
Third and about 6, Ken?
Yeah, third and about 6. Peter Clark, offensive center. Joel Donnelly, Rob DeZima, the 2 guards. Young and Kingsley are the tackles.
Run, Matthew, run, Matthew.
Gentile turning the corner on the left side and makes a gain. We'll see where they mark that out of bounds. Out of bounds, stop the clock.
Looks like it'll be 4th and 3 or 4 yards. No, 4th and 5.
4th and about 5.
Yeah. Maybe a little too far for a Sean Lynch field goal. I don't know.
Ball's about the 16. And Daniel Hand going for it on 4th and 5 at the 16. Sean Lynch, cut wide right. Ken Wilson on the left flank. And he's aiming for Lynch, who's open for a bit. And catches it right in the end zone. Complete pass, touchdown Hand. I noticed on the lineup that time, Sean Lynch had single coverage. From where we are, we couldn't see that corner of the end zone, but he only had one defensive man on him, and he can normally beat one guy.
They went over. They sent another man over to try to cover him, but the fade Matt Gentile threw a perfect pass, and Sean made an excellent catch. I'll tell you, that was excellent. Notice too, Ken, just maybe Steve saw something because they moved Sean to the right end spot where he's been playing left end almost all day.
The try for the conversion is good by Sean Lynch.
Well, not as good a kick though, Ken. He only hit the house. He didn't hit it over the house.
Hit the house that time. All right. We may not have to hold up the game to retrieve the ball. So Daniel Hand stretches their lead to 21-0 against Bunnell. An excellent pass play by Sean Lynch, and that kid's having a real good game receiving too today.
He is really coming into his own as a ball player. He's a good player. Last year, of course, he had that surgery on his shoulder, and he was just really learning to kick. And this year, he's become an excellent high school kicker and is doing a real fine job as a receiver for us.
So not only has he caught 2 touchdown passes today, but he has hit 3 straight extra points. Daniel Hand, 21-0. Daniel Hand, after the 3rd touchdown in this game, is set to kick off.
Interception. Yep.
And Daniel Hand takes advantage of another turnover, interception, take it down and score. So kick toward the left sideline by Sean Lynch, out of bounds.
It did go out of bounds again. That's an excellent play kick in the corner, but you don't give that kicker much room for error, much margin for error. He has to put it right there, and at that time he hooked the ball like he did when we opened up the game. So it's a 5-yard penalty again.
Back 5 yards, and we'll re-kick with 3:49 left, third quarter. Daniel Hand just scored for the third time, 21-0 ahead of Bunnell. John Lynch hits a hard one right down the middle, and he's going to put that ball in the end zone from 5 yards further back. So kicking off from the 35, Sean Lynch kicks it into and out of the end zone. That's a pretty strong leg.
That's a great kick. He's having a nice day, and that means the Bulldogs of Bunnell will start on their own 20.
So Sean Lynch kicks it over the head of the return men, and Bunnell gets it at the 20, no run back.
I like seeing that teamwork of this Hand defense today. They are working together real hard.
Bunnell with a first down at the 20, quarterback keep, and he's got room between.
He's got room.
Guard and tackle, and a good gain, a first down. Gained about 11 or 12 yards. A late flag comes in.
It looks like Matt Gentile made a good play to slow him up. Chris Holt made a tackle, but there may be a late hit.
They're going to tackle on unnecessary roughness, either a late hit or a hit after he'd been out of bounds. So that's going to add yardage for Bunnell.
This is the point in the game with a team like Bunnell that you can't let them off the ground. You have to play hard defense, and our boys can't relax here, even with that 21-point lead.
So Bunnell with a big play there, 10-yard run, and a penalty tacked onto it, takes it out to the 47. And off the first man through, and nothing there, and the tackle is made by Matt Young, the first man that made contact in Bunnell's backfield. Ball carrier fell forward for about a yard.
We do it fourth down across the field, but it can't be fourth down, can it?
We got a man down for Bunnell. So Bunnell had a man that was shaken up on the last play. That will bring up the second down and 9. Quarterback looking to throw, rolling left and being pressured and thrown out of bounds. Good pressure by Joel Donnelly in particular. And Justin Kingsley was also in the backfield of Bunnell. Bring up third and 9. Third and 9 for Bunnell at about the 48. It's handed off the first man through, and the quarterback kept it. Very good deception. He's got a long gain going. Third down inside the 20. Finally tackled inside the 20 by Cunningham and Ken Wilson. That was excellent deception. I thought he had handed it off.
Well, that Jason Anderson is a heck of a quarterback. He faked to the fullback. And our boys just looked at the fake pitch, too, and he just took it up.
So the ball is turned down to the 15-yard line. This is Bunnell's deepest penetration. And the quarterback keeps running left and tackled by John McHenry on top of the play. Chris Holt comes up to meet it, and Justin Kingsley gets it off the bottom.
Well, it's a time for our defense to come through again, Ken, because this Bulldog team is not going to quit. They're going to keep coming back at it, Daniel Hand.
About a 2-yard run by the quarterback keeper. Second and 8. They can make a first down to just inside the 5. And it's a quick slant in to the left side. Touchdown for Bunnell. Complete pass, touchdown.
You know, they came back with that slant pass, almost the one that we scored earlier in the game. They ran the identical play.
Excellent offensive play. He scores the first score of the game for Bunnell, making the score 21-6 with a conversion try coming.
This is a big point.
Try for conversion after their first score. Good snap, good placement, and the kick is blocked.
Blocked, Ken.
Blocked by John McHenry right up the
All
middle.
right. John did a beautiful job. Didn't he come up that time?
So that leaves the score at 21-6 with 1:57 left, third quarter. So that means that any successive scores that Bunnell has, they about have to go for two to ever try to catch back up in this game.
Absolutely. That was a great play. That puts a lot more pressure on Bunnell. But I guess we should say again that Bunnell is a good club. You said earlier, what was their record?
5-0 and one tie.
Wow. So, you know, they're a
tie
good
against
team.
Guilford.
They're a very good team, and we're not going to be able to let them out of the box. So they could score very, very quickly, it looks like.
So they've got a full quarter plus just under 2 minutes left to play in this game.
It looks like this is going to be a very important offensive drive for us, try to keep some possession time.
But now to kick off back to hand, and notice their kicker tees it up right in the middle of the field. Back deep to receive for hand are Ned Lynch and Tim Cunningham.
Remember the last time they kicked off the opening game, he kicked that bouncer that we bobbled down in that corner, and let's see how he kicks
Right,
it in.
hand was kind of deep when they got done with that play. It looks like an onside kick, and it's bobbled and picked up by Ken Wilson. A very alert
Kenny
play
made
by
a nice
Ken Wilson.
play that time, didn't he, Ken? That was a surprise.
Bounced off of one man, and Ken Wilson picked it up. That gives hand a first down at the 48.
We were not in that alignment for the onside. It's a little early to be trying an onside kick, and of course, if it worked, then it would have been a great call. But right now, it gives us the ball near midfield.
See something interesting there for Bunnell on defense. Their smallest man on the field calls the defensive signals, and it looks like he plays the inside linebacker position. Anyway, first down. Don Lynch and Ken Wilson slip to the left. Hand off the first man through, and he gains right to midfield. And that's Scott Gumkowski in its fullback position. Greg Deacon-Silius brings the play in for Scott Gumkowski on the next play. And stays in their alignment with two receivers to the left. And Gentile rolling left and being blocked by Ned Lynch. And now it's a short pitch, intercepted pass. He tried a shovel pass forward and it was intercepted. So Matt Gentile is picked off on a roll to the left and a shovel pass forward, but the defensive man was in the right place.
You know, if I saw correctly, that was Greg Fairbairn for now a defensive lineman who moved over and made that catch.
So Bunnell back for the ball, first down at the 49. It's handed off to the first man through, and he gains very little. Dustin Kingsley meets the ball carrier right at midfield. Gain a couple of feet. We're down to about 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Quick slant into the left, complete pass, and tackled by Matt Gentile. Complete pass, and that should just about give him another first down. Where the referee's foot is, it is a first down.
Well, that turnover, last game against John Law, we made too many turnovers, and that really put us out of the game because I believe we were a team at least as good, if not better, than Law.
The referee think that's too close to call. They're going to measure here.
Well, they'll measure maybe while we're measuring. I'd say that the key to the game thus far has been Daniel Hand's ability to play mistake-free football, and now all of a sudden we're starting to make some mental errors, and we really got to settle down.
First down for Bunnell. That's the old mark with the left foot there.
Yeah, we would have, on Monday Night Football, they would have been talking about that for a while.
Ball is just outside the 40-yard line for Bunnell. First down. And we're very near the end of the third quarter. And we are at the end of the third quarter. Daniel Hand continuing to lead 21-6, but Bunnell is moving the ball. He got it back on a turnover, and we will have an interesting finish to this fourth quarter coming up shortly. Fourth quarter begins with Bunnell with the ball. First down, and a run to the left side, and a straight arm of Chris Holt, and finally out of bounds. Good run by Bunnell. And a flag is down. Let's see what the other infraction is. Holding call against Bunnell. That's going to push him way back.
That was a break the Tigers need at that time. That will help a little bit.
So holding call against Bunnell. Takes it back. Repeat first down with close to 20 yards to go now. Bunnell looking to pass, straight back, and pass across the middle, complete pass, and a good gain. Finally tackled by John McHenry and Chris Holt, but not after a gain of about 15 yards, 14 yards.
They came to that pass with that Robert Peroni over the middle that time.
So pick up of quite a bit of that 20 yards. It's second down and about 5, close to 6. Wishbone formation, man set to the right. Quarterback still has it. He's rolling right. And somebody...
What a nice play.
Rob DeZima grabbed the quarterback by the jersey and spun him around, and that will be a loss.
You see that time, Ken? Robbie was being blocked. He reached over the blocker, grabbed the shirt, and held on to that quarterback. That was a real nice play.
Excellent defensive play.
That was a big play because there was room behind Robbie that time.
So a loss now, 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball's at the 39.
Let's predict pass this time.
You went way on a limb on that. Looks like a slant in.
Oh, no, he dropped it. Incomplete. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Was I out on a limb then?
It was real congested where that ball was thrown. I was looking for a flag, but there weren't any of those either.
I'll tell you, for a moment, it looked like he might have caught it and then fumbled it, but the ref called it incomplete. He probably bobbled it.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Needs 9 yards to go, just inside the 40. Bunnell is going to take a timeout to talk over what they're going to do here. We're coming up to a 4th and 9 for Bunnell. The ball just across the 40-yard line, and they're trailing by 2 touchdowns, and they're going to go for it on 4th and long. This is a play that Hand must stop to keep their lead. And it's a throw across the middle and intercepted.
McHenry, huh?
John McHenry.
John did a beautiful job.
And brings it back to the 35.
They did go to that middle again, but that time John came back and made a beautiful coverage. You know something, Ken, I noticed that Chris Doris hasn't been in the game the whole second half. He must be banged up.
You might be right.
He's either at linebacker or fullback, and he hasn't been in the game, has he, since we came out here?
I don't believe I've seen him. You've been bragging on the Bunnell quarterback throwing the ball, but he just kind of laid that one out.
He just threw that away. That was a high school mistake that time to just let that ball go.
Daniel Hand with a first down at the 35. And hand off to Scott Gumkowski. Hang on with both hands. Breaks a tackle. Breaks 2. Gains about 9.
That's nice to see him run like that. That ankle only heals.
He bounced off of 3 or 4 players to make gain 9 yards on that one. Excellent run. Ball is at the 44. Short 1. Second down. Pitch this time to Ned Lynch, swinging right.
Oh, look at this Ned go. He's got something.
Beats one man and goes to the outside into almost a 35, about a 36. And 2 men from Bunnell are sitting on the field back at the 45, so we may have somebody hurt. We'll have a break in the action here until they get back. And down after that good long run by Ned Lynch, who finally cut it outside and made the first down, clear down to the 37. Handed off to Scott Gumkowski, who fights his way forward for about 3. Both men from Bunnell who were down on that play did come off the field. It looked like at least one of them had just had a cramp.
Yeah,
It's a warm day today.
Boy, it is warm. We ought to be on the golf course, Ken.
Not till the fourth quarter is over. We're
All
down
right.
about 9.5 minutes left in this ball game, so Daniel Hand needs to use the clock and keep the ball rolling. Pitch this time to Ned Lynch going right and drives his way forward almost to the 30. So a gain of about 3 more.
Hey, I like the way Matt Gentile's operating the team tonight. He's in control. He made that miscue on that little pass, but other than that, he's been in real good control today.
Scott Gumkowski in, Greg DeConcilius out. Ned Lynch is a tailback. Sean Lynch put wide left. He's got single coverage on this side. Hand it off to Gumkowski, who's got a place to go. Got an alley and takes it forward. First down. He's down inside the 25.
That was an important first down, wasn't it, Ken?
So Daniel Hand keeps this drive going. First down at about the 24, 23. 2 men to the left this time. Split backfield. And off to Greg DeConcilius. He breaks a tackle. Good run forward. And that's a gain of about 7 or 8. That's about a 7-yard gain.
It's nice to see Greg DeConcilius in there, isn't it?
He looks like he's running okay. He was out of at least 2 games. So bring up second down, about 3. And off to Ned Lynch, who gets the first down, heading for the end zone. And he gets tripped up inside the 5. He had one man to beat who just made a shoestring tackle on him at about the, where is that, Peter? About
Maybe
the 2?
2 or 3 yard line. Let's see where they play. Looks like the 3 maybe, Ken. I think they're on the 3 yard line, first down and goal to go.
First and goal for Hand. Here's where they usually use their power eye, but this time they come out in a split backfield. One receiver to each side of the field, single coverage on him. Hand it off to Greg DeConcilius, who fights his way forward. He stopped short of the goal.
Looks like he's on the 2 yard line.
A lot of humanity in on that tackle, but he gains maybe a yard. It looks like down between maybe the 1 and the 2. And a timeout for Bunnell before Hand lines up for the next play. Daniel Hand, second down and goal. It's about the 2 yard line. 2 receivers put to the right. And man in motion is Ken Wilson, and Gentile's going to keep going right. And he's looking for the end zone. They do not give it to him. Short of the goal line. So they had a man in motion back this direction, and his job was to pick off a defensive man. And Matt Gentile rolled right and actually lost a yard, or maybe 2. Ball's
Looks like
about the
2
4.
yard loss, yeah.
Ball's at about the 4 yard line. Third down, though. 2 more tries at it. Gentile rolling's in their side, looking to throw, and it's in and out of the hands of Ken Wilson. It's throwing hard and high. A little hard to catch, but he did get a hand on it.
I wonder if we're
Bring
going
on 4th down.
4th down. You think we'll go for a field goal? Yeah.
There's the tee, and it's not a bad play here because that means Bunnell would have to score an additional time.
That would mean they have to score 3 touchdowns, wouldn't it? That'll give us 24 to 6.
That tee is put down about the 12-yard line, which would make it a 22-yard field goal try by Sean Lynch. Good snap, good placement. The kick's low. And the referee says it's good. Good kick. I didn't think it got high enough.
No, it's not.
Did that ball look like it got high enough to clear the crossbar to you, Peter?
That looked like one of those golf shots that you just don't really hit it, and it just lines in there. But got over it. Sean didn't follow through that time like he normally does. But he made it, and that's what counts.
So that's takes the score to Daniel Hand 24, Bunnell 6.
Well, that was a big set of points for us.
Daniel Hand set the kickoff after the successful field goal by Sean Lynch. Sean sort of punched that one through. It never did get very high, but the referee said it was good, which is good enough for us. We're just inside 6 minutes left in this ball game. Sean Lynch kicks it to the near side of the field, and it's going to go out of bounds again on the sideline about the 15, out of bounds, back to re-kick. Sean Lynch, the last time we did this, and he kicked out from the 35, he put it clear through the end zone,
Yeah.
Peter. Let's see how hard he can hit this.
Well, let's see. He likes to kick from. He wants a little advantage here. Let's see how he does.
That's a hard, low kick. Fielded inside the 20 at about the 15. And a good return and brought back to the 36, 37. Tackle number 80, Peter Lawler in on the tackle. Greg DeConcilius in on the tackle. Mike Barillo right there.
Yep.
So Bunnell gets the ball back at the 36-yard line.
I tell you, I like the way Coach Philippone uses his young kids to spell the older boys and get them ready for next year as well. You notice all the boys on the varsity play.
Well, Bunnell needs to score about 3 times.
There's a halfback option.
Halfback option pass, a long pass, well covered down there by Cunningham.
Oh,
Cunningham almost got it.
Didn't he do a nice job? He read that all the way. You know, that number 21, Seth Stowers for Bunnell, punts, kicks off, now he throws. He's a halfback. He's a busy young man.
That was an excellent defensive play by Tim Cunningham. There's no way that could have been completed, and the best shot at it was an interception by Cunningham.
Actually, you're right. Tim almost picked that one off. He did a terrific job on it. Tim is really doing a nice job back there in that
Second and 10 for Bunnell. And being pressured by Joel Donnelly. Donnelly is right on the quarterback, and incomplete pass. He had to dump it quickly. Third and 10 coming up. I don't believe anybody blocked Joel Donnelly at all on that play.
Looked like they were trying to run that screen again, but they didn't set it up the same way they did in the first half. That's or Joel was just too quick for them, perhaps.
Matt Young and Justin Kingsley in the middle of the line. Peter Clark on one side, Joel Donnelly on the other. Motion man for Bunnell. And they're throwing about every play now across the middle. And intercepted on the tip. That's John McHenry.
Again.
His second interception of this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, we may have to ask John to go to Giants Stadium on Sunday night to play for the Giants against the Redskins. They might need his help.
Easy now. That was an excellent play there, and tipped ball again. John McHenry in the right place. I noticed that Matt Young out there doesn't look like he's feeling too well. He's doubled over. I don't think he's hurt anything particularly, but he may have an upset stomach or something.
It's getting late in the game.
And Matt Young goes off. Into the game for Hand are some new players here. Number 12, Matt Soper is in. Number 80, Peter Lawler is in. Number 90, Mike Richards, who's played a great deal this game, is still in.
I think number 20 is in there too.
20, Mark Olmstead is in. So Daniel Hand, after the second interception by John McHenry, gets the ball at about the 40-yard line. Pitch this time to Mark Olmstead, running to the right, cuts inside tackle, gains 2 or 3 yards. And we're down to about 5 minutes left in this ball game. Daniel Hand continuing to lead, 24-6 against Bunnell of Stratford. The setbacks are Mark Olmstead at tailback, and Scott Gumkowski, who gets the ball at fullback position, fights his way forward for a couple of yards. We'll bring up third down in about 6. Ball at the 35. to the left this time. Ken Wilson in the slot left, and it's a run left to Mark Olmsted, who gained about a yard, and that's all. He's hit hard. That's going to bring up a 4th down for Hand. To 35, 36.
Let's see if Ned is going to try to punt that ball like he did in that first half down in the corner.
Well, when you're down 36-yard line, 4th and 6, it looks like Ned Lynch is going to be in punt formation. Ned's calling a signal. In the meantime, they're letting the clock run, I guess.
Yeah. Might as well.
Ned Lynch let the clock run, and it's down to 3:24 before he gets the punt off. That's not going to hurt them on the punt.
Now, I think Hand's in nice position now. I think Coach Philpone wants to get his defense ready to play a hard last minute or two and stop Bunnell.
Ned Lynch, punt formation. Peter Clark is the snapper. Good snap, and they're trying to block it, but he gets it out of there, even for the far sideline, and it takes a kick out of bounds at about the 10. So good kick.
Good kick. Gets us in. And Tigers will be going on defense with Bunnell on the 10-yard line.
Bunnell had everybody up there looking to block it, nobody back. Down at the 10-yard line. 3:14 on the clock and left in this game with Daniel Hand a pretty good side lead. The ball is loose in the backfield, covered by the quarterback, with number 5, Mike Burrell, right on top of him.
It's a penalty flag, Ken. Mike almost made that recovery. Well, let's see. It looks like I thought it was against Bunnell, but I'm not sure.
We've seen no signal yet. Holding called against Bunnell, so that'll be half the distance to goal if they decide to take it.
Refuse.
Also had a holding call against Bunnell, but Daniel Hand decided to decline it, being that it was a loss of about 3 anyhow. And it's a pass play to the near sideline and being contained by Cunningham, who makes a tackle. One-on-one tackle over here at about the 15. That's going to bring up 3rd down play for Bunnell. 3rd and about 5.
3rd down, about 4.
2 minutes and 19 seconds left, Ken.
So 2:19 left. Bunnell needs to score 3 times to get back in this game, so Hand is glad to see the clock run. Quarterback keeping, rolling to his left, and finally tackle. John McHenry in on the tackle. Number 75, Chad Davis in on the tackle. Also in the game are number 88, Matt Thomas, and number 84 is Pete McGrath. And Greg Deaconcilius is playing defense.
Come down.
Quarterback looking to throw. Got a man over here, bounces it in, incomplete pass. Mike Richards is in the game, Peter Lawler, Matt Thomas, second down and 10 for Bunnell. Pass play looking to the right sideline, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Coverage over here by Mike Burrell and Tim Cunningham. Incomplete pass. So the clock shows 1:34 left in this ball game. Daniel Hand safely ahead. But Bunnell with the ball being pressured by Pete McGrath. It's a screen pass to the far side and tackled over there. Excellent tackle by number 12, Matt Soper, came in hard. And John McHenry also there. McHenry is the settling influence. 4th down for Bunnell coming up. 4th and about 7. And nothing to lose here. They're going to go for it. At their own 20. The draw play. And a little room to run. Finally tackled by Mike Burrell. And Has he stopped short of a first down there?
No, it's pretty
Peter,
close.
it looks
Looked
like he's a yard short.
I guess he stopped him that time.
Mike Burrell makes that tackle and stops his man a yard short of a first down, which will give the ball back to Hand. With inside of a minute now, about 50 seconds left in this ball game. So the second unit for Hand did a very good job there. First down for Hand. I'm sure they'll be content just to keep it on the ground at this point and let the clock run out. Matt Gentile didn't even hand off. Held the ball straight forward for a yard or so.
I don't even know if do they have to snap it one more time, Ken?
The clock is showing about 22 seconds, so they won't even need to snap it again, will they?
Well, Ken, thanks very much. Nice to be up here today to watch the game from this nice angle.
Thank you very much for helping us out, Peter. This is Peter Burrell with Kent Sprague. Paul Sprague on the camera. Lynn Richards is directing and is the gaffer and key grip and all the other duties here today. As the clock runs out, Hand does not need to snap it again. A very good win against a good team.
Great win against an excellent undefeated team. One's tied, and Hand is back on track. You know, this league championship is still within their grasp if they play hard the rest of the season.
So this was a very tough defensive battle. Hand got a few breaks in it. Comes out as the leader here. Final score is Daniel Hand 24, Bunnell of Stratford 6. See you next week.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks for helping.
Thanks, Paul.